Good morning, everybody. I am Kelly, and you're watching me from Memory Bound. We're in our studio at Memory Bound in the middle of Iowa. We're just in Ankeny, Iowa, a little bit north of Des Moines, a suburb of Des Moines, a great place to visit if you're ever traveling through the Midwest. We'd love to have you stop in. And just curious of how many of you joined us yesterday. Katie and I were launching our junk journal um, journey. We'll call it our junk journal journey. It's something that we did here at Memory Bound quite a few years ago, and we're bringing it back. Perfect, just in time for the crafty month of March. And March is National Craft Month, so it's the best time or a great time to get out and do something crafty, or maybe do something new like junk journaling. And we've got the Junk Start, and I love that little Junk Start kit for you to help you get going. If you want to go back and watch our video from yesterday, we showed you all kinds of samples of some of the different junk journals that we've done in the past. Like this is one that I brought in, and it's just kind of a little bit of everything. And there's lots of different types of junk journals. There's like art journals. There's one that's got just memories in it, like this one. Some people do it for their travels. And sometimes you do it for nothing. You just do it with your stuff, get your stuff out. So today, what we're going to do is I've brought in my Junk Start journal from this kit, and I'm going to show you a little more in detail than we did yesterday of my pages. And I've discovered that I have a couple of blank pages, so we're going to finish these off today. Oh, something just fell out of it. We're going to finish these off today. So we're going to do that. We are going to show you the brand new 49 and Market collections. They are here, they're out on the floor, and I've got a little bit, here's a peeky poo of the new one here from Wanderlust Explorer. And we also have the Perfect Day. So we're going to show you all of those pieces individually. They are online right now, so you could check it out online if you'd like to. And Janet will be here. Janet is here, I should say. And Janet, thanks for being here. She's going to be linking and drinking for us. And we have a new setup once again today. So today we've got two cameras going. I don't know. I've never been on two cameras before. So we'll see how that works. We're doing a lot of new things because we want to keep up and do what we need to do to keep the videos coming for all of you. So a couple of announcements before we get started. Just a reminder, it is March. The Pot of Gold collection pack from Photoplay, it's normally $10.99. It's only $5.99, and we have a few of these left. That's our special for March. So if you want to nab one of those, got that. Let me set that aside. That means set it down on the floor. And then this is the last day of our blizzard sale. We had a blizzard here in Iowa, I think it was on Wednesday, and it was really a blizzard. Like things were shut down. We had big winds, like up to 60 miles an hour. So we decided to put all of our winter collection 40% off. And you know what, everyone? It's snowing today. So it's like the perfect day to end our blizzard sale. Tomorrow's going to be beautiful and nice and sunny and warmer. But today it is snowing here in Iowa. So there's your weather update. And it's the last day for our blizzard sale. So think about the snow fluttering around, having a blizzard and having a great time. And it's a great time for you to get a deal on our winter product. So last day for that, everyone. Don't forget that. Then I think the other announcements, let's see. The other things that I want to talk about is our tracker here at Memory Bound. And I think we're going to switch cameras so that we can give you a better look at it. Katie has us all updated for the month of February. And let's make sure we're not having any glare here. So our January tracker was so wonderful. We actually had 125 different things that we showed you on our videos. And that is so amazing to me. And we're even counting like a mini book as one item. So there's our January tracker, and we want to update you on February. So we have, on February, we had 62 different cards that we showed you on our videos, and 12 layouts, lots of layouts last month. And then we had 50 other things like tags and Diana's treat ideas, and we had some coaster, and Teresa's all of her fabric things. So February was 124 different ideas that we showed you on our morning videos. Now I'm going to give myself and our staff in Memory Bound a little bit of applause for that. So far this year we've got 249 different project ideas, which doesn't even include all the techniques. So thank you all for watching us and supporting Memory Bound and helping to keep our tracker going crazy. And now we're getting ready to do our March tracker, but here's our year to date. So you can see we're running about the same amount of things in each month, and we're already at 249 different projects that we've showed you. Now you could do a little math and figure out the daily, and I'm probably not going to do that in my head right now because I don't even know what's showing on the screen. All right, so let's get down to business. We had the Junk Start kit that we made available to everybody. It is $18.99. In it, you're going to get this front sheet that's printed on Basil natural cardstock that you can cut apart. You're going to get a full sheet of my favorite quotes. You're going to get this little book here to help you get started. It's a little, I believe you got 16 pages front and back when you count the cover. It's a 5x7, and it's printed on, well, it's not printed, but it's stitched, and it's very heavy and kind of a natural cardstock. You're going to get some washi tape, some tickets. This is some dictionary pages, and you're going to get some Tim Holtz cello tape, which I just happened to get myself a whole package of that today. I decided I needed one. So you're going to get a few pieces of this. This is the tape that's really stickers. It's stickers that looks like old tape. Pretty cool. So you're going to get some of those to try. You're going to get some pattern paper in here. You're going to get a guest check, Memory Bound stationery. So you're going to get all kinds of things. And the idea of the Junk Start is to give you a place to start. And if you're new to this and you're kind of like, well, I'd like to try it, but I'm not sure where to get started. So I'll show you what I did with my Junk Start kit. We showed Katie's and mine a little bit yesterday. So let me pull it over here. So does that look good, Doug? Do we have any questions or comments, Doug? Are you checking those out for us?
Can you get extra dictionary pages?
Oh, we'll have to look into that. I know we have. Okay, so they're wondering if we can get extra dictionary pages, and we actually will look into that and see about getting some more of those. I think that's very possible. So thank you for suggesting that. It's a wonderful idea. Doug, was there any other questions?
No.
Okay, all right, well, here we go. So on my cover, I took the, let me open this up. You can do this any way you want. And the idea is this kit is just your starter, your Junk Start kit. So the idea is you can take this and then you can add to it whatever you want. And what I added to it was what I had laying on my desk, and it was basically leftovers from a demo that I did the week before from Flower Shop, the Simple Stories Flower Shop. So you're going to see the paper and things in here are from the Flower Shop. And then we gave you this sheet. So if you wanted to put this on the front, or you could put this on the front, or things I like, or create different ideas for you to put on the front cover of your book. And you guys, I even cut out some of the little direction words. I used the barcode strip. I don't know if I used the Memory Bound logo, but I would if I did it over again. Okay, so on the front, oh, here you see anything goes. Now I can't really tell what I'm showing. Am I showing this? So right here where anything goes, that actually is from this sheet. It's kind of silly, but I took it right off the directions. And then I just did some layering with some other things. And there's that tape that we were talking about, the Tim Holtz cello tape stickers. And then when you open it up, you'll see my book, I did all quotes. So everything in my book is quotes. I don't have any pictures or anything like that. And then I added some, these are the sentiment bits from the Flower Shop. Here's some of the floral bits from the Flower Shop. I had these stickers sitting on my desk They've been there for a while, so I picked them up and used them. And the paper also is from the flower shop. So take your junk start kit and then add to it. That's the idea. Here, Teresa would be very proud of me because there's my tiny attacher. I put a little staple on those tickets, and the tickets are part of the junk start kit. So I used all the quotes in here. And I'm just going to kind of go through it a little slower. You'll see this memory bound piece of stationery that you have. I crumpled mine up and then used it as a background and taped it on with the Tim Holtz cello tape. I want to mention this part right here where I've actually stamped it, and I use the Ledger script stamp from Tim Holtz. I tend to use that a lot for backgrounds. And honestly, I've used this one more than I have this one. I need to get that one out and use it. Look it's clean. I've never used it. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but maybe we need to do that today. So then then I forgot to bring something, so I'm going to ring the bell. But I added tabs to mine just because I like things. See how things are kind of sticking out and showing. Can you grab the tab punch, please, Peg? Yeah. So there we go with that page. And Peggy's getting us the tab punch so I can show you, because it is a good basic to have. And there's my guest check. I crumpled that up a little bit also. And then I inked everything with Vintage Photo ink, because that tends to be just the color I use. And it's whatever you like. You can use another brown. You could use green or red or whatever works for you. Now, when I got my kit, I didn't have the roll of washi tape that you're going to have. Instead, no, it's the EK Success one that folds over. Peggy's grabbing that for us. So I just grabbed some washi tape from home, and I think a lot of you have washi tape, so I'm guessing you're going to be able to find what you need. I guess I did use the top of that cutout piece there. Here's the page that I forgot to do because I had gone through and stamped and stenciled, and I put some dictionary paper on it, and then it must have been stuck together and I forgot to do it, but we're going to do that one today. And as soon as I flip through here, this is another washi tape. Perfect. Thank you, Peggy. These floral pieces are from Flower Shop because I had just used that package for a demo and it was sitting on my desk. So grab whatever's sitting around and use it. And then here are some more quotes. This one I really like. You are doing good, because some of us have a lot of doubts about, am I doing okay? Am I doing things right? Is this what I should be doing? And it's nice just to tell ourselves sometimes you are doing good. And then again, you must do the things you think you cannot do. You can see why I love these quotes. And I will take pictures of these pages and we'll pass them on to Janet for the blog. This little piece, life happens here. You're going to get a tag like this white tag here in your junk start. This little piece is also from this sheet. You'll see there's 3 little word strips here, and I cut that right out of there. And this paper, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to ring the bell again, Doug. Doug's helping me out today, you guys. So these little Polaroid pieces are also from Flower Shop, and it was another. Peggy, on the Flower Shop, can you get us the paper that has all the Polaroids? Yeah. I think it's called Captured. But these 3 little Polaroid pieces, we showed you when I made the cards with Flower Shop, and I had a scrap, so I used it in here. Now here's the tab punch that I was mentioning. This is from EK Success. It punches 1 tab and then you just fold it in half, and it's $19.99. Thank you. It's $19.99. It's such a good basic to have. It works well on cards. If you're making some type of a mini book, here it is, the little tabs. So it's, like I said, it's a good basic. All right, now let me see. I'm looking to see if we have any comments. Oh, Carla, I'm glad you like quotes too. So we gave you the quotes because sometimes if you don't know where to start with, we thought, well, you can start with some quotes. Now Peggy went and grabbed this paper for us. This is the Simple Stories. It's from the Flower Shop. It's called Captured. I guessed the name right. And this paper right here is so handy dandy, and I think you're going to see Katie doing something with it because you can cut these apart, you can stamp here, put the date, write some journaling, and that's what was used, well, maybe in several places, but right here on this page. You'll see 1, 2, 3 of them here. It's a great background filler. It's a great background filler. All right, so let's put this aside. And what we're going to do next is we're going to finish this page, and then we're going to pull out all the new 49 and mark it and give you a bird's eye view. So let me look at the laptop here. Oh, Annette said she loves that paper, and so do I. Okay, now I'm going to show you something that I did, because I did have these 2 blank pages that I didn't know about, and I used all my quotes. So here's the quote sheet that comes in the junk start kit, and you can get this sheet on its own if you want to. I'm not sure how much it is on its own, but it does come just like this on its own. And you can certainly pick up one. I think Diana got one of these, and she was using it in her granddaughter's graduation book. So I used up all my quotes. So what I did yesterday afternoon, I went and picked out a couple other quotes that I really like. Dolly Parton, if you see someone without a smile, give them one of yours. And Anne Frank said, whoever is happy will make others happy. And then I also put on here a list that you can cut these apart and use them, and things that make me happy, and you can just jot in there the different things. So this is free. It's a free download. So you can get this at home, and you can just download it, and you can print it as much as you want to. And maybe, I think this would be good on a card front. So that is from Memory Bound. It's just a bonus for you that you can go and download, and Janet can link it. I don't think we linked it on the calendar, and I apologize for that, but Janet can link it here for us. Let's see, I'm going to try to read the questions. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to be a big girl and handle this on my own. So you're going to get this 5x7 little cream colored stitched book. You can also get it in craft. It's $3.99 if you want to do more, or you kind of like the idea of craft and maybe doing something a little more distressed. And everything looks good on craft. So that is also available, and you can get more of these little notebooks. I think they're also $3.99. All right, so I'm going to put those aside. And let's put the tab punch aside. Now, one thing I used in my book, I mentioned that I used the Ledger script stamp from Tim Holtz. And then I used a stencil. And, oh, where is my stencil? There it is. So the stencil I use is also from Tim Holtz. And I've got it right here. Well, I had it. Here it is. It's called Spots. So there is the stencil that I used in my book. And you can see it. You can see, like on the cover here, you'll see these little spots. I just thought they were kind of fun. So I did use that in here also. And we're going to go ahead. What I've already done here, I stamped with the Ledger stamp over here. I've done a little light stenciling, and I tore some dictionary pages, and I've just put them on the background. And everything is pretty solid. And you guys, we're going to get messy. So what I'm going to start with is I just brought in an acrylic block that I'm going to put my paint on, because I want to put a little bit of white paint on here. And we've got the Dina Wakley acrylic white paint. If you want just a little bit of white paint, it doesn't take a lot. That paint is $3.49. And there's so many different things you could do with this. I'm going to shake that up a little bit. So many different things that you could do with this little junk start project. I'm putting paint on here just because I am trying to, I might be putting paint on here. I'm not sure if it's going to come out or not. I guess I should have stirred my paint the other direction. Oh, and I think I brought my paint that was a little bit goobery. All right, so you could use a, my paint looks really thick, but I think it'll be okay. You could use a brayer and you could roll your brayer on it. I just got a new brayer. I had an old brayer that was red, and maybe you have one of those from Ranger, and then I just got myself the new Tim Holtz small brayer. So it's kind of a treat. Maybe we'll do the brayer on one page and we'll do the brush on the other. So the brush, these are the Dina Wakley brushes. And you're going to get all 4 brushes. You get these nice flat wide brushes, which we're going to use for our surface, and they're $11.99. All right. Now I've not done this really before, so we're going to see what happens. So I'm just going to do a light brush with the ink, with the paint. And I'm going over the newspaper or the dictionary page, but not a lot, just some. You could use gesso if you wanted to. So that's what we're going to do on this side. And then I did bring some water, so I think I need to put a little water in this. You guys, look at my tub of water. It's like a display box that I decided I would use for this. All right. Let's see. Kind of looking down on that. I think I like that the way it is. Okay, so I'm going to mix up the paint a little bit on my acrylic block. And then I'm going to bring out my brayer, my brand new brayer, everybody. So I'm going to, Doug, can you close out that on this laptop? Can you close out the, I think I'm going to have to put my paint on paper because quite honestly, it is not working on the acrylic. So this, on this page, I'm just going to use my brayer. Ooh, that's fun, everybody. Let me get a little more paint. Oh, I kind of like doing the brayer thing. Now, one of the things, if you follow Katie Pertite, she shows you so many great ideas for doing stuff like this with your brayer, and she makes it look so easy. And Teresa's going to be doing that for us also. So here's the brayer, just going over a little bit just to show you the difference. So if you have a brayer or if you have a paintbrush, we'll give it a light coat. Okay, Shannon says she likes the paintbrushes also. They are really nice. They are really nice. Can you close this, Doug? That right there. Okay. They are nice. You get 2 sizes. I use the larger one, but they're both the flats, but then you still get the tiny ones for your details. Okay, so that is kind of drying, and while that dries, I'm going to show you the pieces that I am using. I'm using that bonus sheet that's a free download. It says free download, happy quotes from Kelly. So you can go online, you can just download and print it as many times as you want. It's free. And I've already taken them and I've cut a couple of them apart, and these are the ones I'm going to use on these pages. So let me move this up just a little bit and put away my painty paper so I don't put my arm in it, because I don't know about you guys, but that's exactly what I would do. I'm going to use that circles stencil from Tim Holtz. I've got mine here. I brought it. I'm going to use these 2 quotes, and then I might use this, the logo. I don't know. It's just kind of, I'm just going to do it. So let me cut this out. I didn't bring a trimmer. So I'm going to cut out this because I might want to use it. And we got to hurry because we got lots of cool stuff to show you today. The new 49 and Market, the 2 new collection, Wanderlust Explorer and The Perfect Day are here. I'm going to save this. I'm not going to use it today, but I'm going to save it for something else. And then because I'm Kelly, I'm going to probably, I think I'm going to just take my name and I'm going to cut it out. I might stick it in somewhere. You know, if you wanted to use the whole title, you could. I don't know if you care that you got happy quotes from Kelly. But so I've got that little piece. And then I told you I was working with stuff off my desk. So I happen to have the word happy. And that is from the Simple Stories Flower Shop sentiments. And then I have, I've got a couple doilies, and those are actually Doodlebug doilies. And Betty, I'm glad you're going to use your brayer. And then I have a word that says "you make me." So I'm just going to put all these over here off to the side. I got a little heart. I've got a bigger doily. I don't know if I'll use that or not. And I did bring an envelope, and I'm not sure if I'll use the envelope or not either. But I've got it just in case. And I brought my date stamp. So I am going to use my date stamp, and you can get a little date stamp like this. They're $6.29, and they have lots of good dates. They go up to like 2032. So, and I use a date stamp all the time. All right, well, this might not quite be dry, but I think it's dry enough for us. And I did bring some washi tape from home. So I've got a couple spools of washi tape, and I might use those also. I'm going to just set them here. All right, what I was thinking I would maybe lay this quote here, and I might be kind of a rebel and put that quote going sideways. Maybe I'll put it down here. Okay. And then, so let's go ahead. I think I'm going to go ahead and attach that. Let me find my tape runner. I think it'll stick okay, even though the paint's wet. And I'm going to just stack, I'm kind of tacking them down lightly because we're going to do some layering. And then I thought I'm going to take my Doodlebug little doily, and I just put adhesive in the middle, and I'm going to stick it right here. Like I might stick this. I'm going to maybe stick that there. I'm going to lay it there. And I love this word happy. And I love this, you make me happy. So I'm going to use those together. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue down the word happy. And if I had my glue press or fine tip glue, that's probably what I would use on this. And let's do you make me. I feel like I'm lacking a little color on this project. So I want to make sure I get my cello tape here. I did have some other extra paper from the demo that I did last week that was laying on my desk. So let's rip off a piece of this. And maybe another one. So I'm going to have to ink it because I think I'm inking, so I think I need to ink. I like to ink everything if I'm inking. And I'm using Vintage Photo. That's just kind of my go-to brown. What is your go-to brown? I see we have a couple questions too, and I'll take care of that too. So one of the questions we have, they love the white paint, yay. Shannon, I love date stamps too, and you're right, they're multi-purpose. If I make a card, I put the birthday date and stamp it either on the inside or on the back. I think for the free download, you probably have to just check out, but we can also, after the video today, we can look at possibly just making it so you can click on a link here on Facebook. I think I can do that for you too, so that might make it easier. And the tape runner, I'm using the Mono Air. Heidi's asking about that. It's my favorite. It's super quiet, and it does not come in repositionable, just in permanent, at least at this time. And Leanne likes gathered twigs. That's probably the most popular, the most popular one, I think, here at Memory Bound. Okay, I'm not really sure what I'm doing, so I'm going to stick, but like I said, I thought this needed a little color over here. So I'm pulling this up, and we're just going to stick that right there. And sorry about that, everybody. We had to do a little reverse. So it just seemed like it needed a little color. All right, let's tuck this in. I think we'll tuck this in right here. And then I thought this flower I wanted to put this flower somewhere, but I think it needs to go over here. And the flower, again, is from the Simple Stories Flower Shop. So what I recommend is look what's laying around on your desk. Get your scraps. Maybe pick out a collection you like. Maybe you want to use beautiful junk and combine it with the junk start. And you can certainly do that. And then it's kind of silly, but I did cut my name out, so I'm going to put it right there. And then over here, I thought I would take some washi tape. And this is, the washi tape I'm using is Color Vibe. And we just learned that they're going to discontinue Color Vibe, so I'm kind of sorry about that. And we got to do a little stenciling. So I've got my stencil from Tim Holtz, and I think I'm just going to put it right like here. And I'm going to get my vintage photo, and I'm going to go light, kind of light, and see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. Let's just see. I kind of meant to do this before I put things on the page, but you know, you just go with it. So let's pull that up and see. Oh, I like that. I think we need to do it over here. So let's just hold it down, put a little bit on. So there we added the Tim Holtz stencil that's called Spots. Oh, I like that. I like it a lot. And then I had one other thing laying here that we might as well use it because it's laying here. And it's just this little die cut ephemera piece that says happiness. So let's put it right there. And how are you liking it? Oh, color. Okay, let me, Donna, Color Vibe cardstock is good. It's just the tape. It's just the washi tape and the buttons and the enamel dots that are being continued. But oh my gosh, if they discontinued the Color Vibe cardstock, we'd be in so much trouble. So no worries about that. It is still available. I know. Sorry, I needed to explain that a little better. So, all right. Well, what do you guys think so far? I do have a little heart here that was laying on the table, so we might as well put it in here. And then I really wanted to use some of this cello tape because, oh my gosh, we used to take alcohol ink and we would put it on our Scotch tape and then make this. Now we don't have to make it. It's available from Tim Holtz. And it just adds a little bit. Don't you think that just adds a little bit there? You can see through it. Let's put a little piece up over here. Oh, I love that. I feel like we got a little hole there. So I'm thinking maybe I need to peel that back a bit. Maybe need to stick a little doily in there. So let me ink it up so it doesn't look quite so nice and blue. And then on this doily, and this is just a technique you can use. So on this doily, I put a little adhesive and then I'm going to close it up so it's still kind of floppy. And then I'm going to put some adhesive on the back, slip it right under here. And it probably needs something else in there. Stick this in there. So I had a couple other little pieces of ephemera, and I think we'll just tuck them back in there. All right, well, what do you think? Maybe another piece of tape here, and I think we're good to go. So they are not discontinuing the Color Vibe paper, so don't panic. I should have explained that a little better. It's just the embellishments like the washi tape, the enamel dots, and stuff like that. All right, well, you know how you just want to sit here and keep going and do more and more and more? That's kind of how I feel right now, but I know we need to stop because we need to get busy and show you what's new from 49 and Market. So I think when I get my ephemera out, I could put another little flower right there. And believe me, it's really hard not to do that right now because I've got this whole leftover package of ephemera and I can't help myself, so I'm going to do it. Now with something like this, sometimes I like to just crumple it up a little bit to give it dimension. And I think I'd probably put that right there. Okay. What do you think, everybody? Okay, Color Vibe cardstock is not being discontinued, everybody. That's like our favorite extra papers. And Sharon, you're absolutely right. There are so many different Tim Holtz stencils that you can use and stamps. And Teresa picked out a whole bunch of stencils for us. And she'll be showing those. She's going to be here Monday. And let me show you what Teresa's going to show us on Monday. And then we'll. So Teresa has started a junk journal also. And this is what she's done so far. And every month on the 25th, she's taking a picture out her window and then a picture of she and her husband. And she's going to show us how to do this background on Monday. And she'll talk about stencils. She picked out some stencils that are perfect for this, but really any stencil will work. All right. Well, I think, are we ready to move on? Oh, I didn't do my date stamp. Okay, I want to date it, everybody. So I told you about the date stamps and how I use them all the time. When I am date stamping, I usually like to practice before I stamp because sometimes I set the dates up backwards and I don't know. Have you guys ever been using your date stamp and you, instead of putting like March 3rd or say March 4th, you put March 40th? So it's always a good idea to practice. So I've got my date stamp and I actually set it up on today's date, which pretty sure is March 7th. And there you can see it. I hope it's not blurry. So let's go back and stamp this page that we just made with our date stamp. Gosh, where is it? See, that little page gets away from you. It's right here. So I already practiced. Make sure you've got it going the right direction. And I'm just using the brown ink because it's sitting here on my table. And I'm going to stamp it right down here in the corner. Make sure I got it facing the right way. Oh, gosh, I love that. See how we added that right there? Okay, so there, I just finished my Junk Start junk journal. And we showed you the kit that we have that you can get if you want. It's got the album in it and all the pieces. It's $18.99. And the idea is you get your Junk Start kit and then you add to it. So it's a way to get you started. So now, who wants to see the new 49 and Market collections that just arrived yesterday? We put them out last night. Diane had them all checked in for us. I'm going to just put my stuff aside here and then I'm going to get that for us to show you. And I'm going to ring the bell. And so somebody can come and help me clean up my stuff. So here. Peggy, would you mind kind of washing those things out for me? Thank you. Thank you, Peggy. Yep. Okay. Just a reminder, this is the free download sheet. And when we get done here, I can go and we can make it so you can maybe download it, just get it here off of Facebook. Right now, you can go to our online store and you can get it. There's no charge at all to you for that. It's just an extra little bonus from Memory Bound. Okay, you can hear me clunking stuff, putting stuff away. And give me just a minute, everybody, to get organized a bit. Let me get Teresa's books. So like I mentioned when we started, that it is National Craft Month is March, and we just thought the junk journals would be a great way to kind of kick off and something new to do during National Craft Month. Okay. Kathy says, I'm looking at comments to see if I missed anything. Janet linked that. Okay, Kim, I'm glad you got some tips on. I thought you were asking about tips on layering. I'm like, oh gosh, what do I say? Okay, you like the new cameras. All right, that's good. That's good. We're doing a lot of experimenting here at Memory Bound, trying to make it the best for you to see things and make the videos enjoyable. I don't know which collection to start with. If we should start with the wedding collection or the travel. So I think we'll go wedding. This is the brand new designer from, and I've got it all here in a tub. This is the brand new designer from 49 and Market. Joanne Bain is her name. And this is her first collection that they have released from 49 and Market. And I can tell you that some of the papers are sold out. And that's not to pressure you at all. But I think being a new designer, and sometimes you just don't know how things are going to sell. And the same thing happens here at Memory Bound. Sometimes we order too light or too heavy, and we just try to do our best. But the first thing I'm going to show you is the paper. So we're going to come, oh wow, we just flipped and we're down here. So we're going to go through the individual sheets of paper, and they're two-sided. Let's see if we've got them in range here. And Janet just mentioned our YouTube channel. So I want to just take a second to tell you that you can go out and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And then whenever a new video comes out, you can get notification in your email. So if you want to go out and subscribe, and you know, Bobby was in last night and she said, Kelly, you need to tell people about our YouTube channel. So thank you, Peggy. So here's the first paper. Now it's very interesting. The paper, it's got a little gray. It's got the flowers are kind of peach, but they're kind of pink, but they're kind of some yellows, some really interesting colors. Oh, Heather says she just got married in July and she's ready to make a scrapbook. Heather, this is perfect timing. So see how you like this. I don't know, maybe I need to go bring the camera up just a bit so you can see it. So here's another paper. There are 12 papers and then some other goodies to show you. And I kind of like these stripes that come with it. So here's another paper. This one is called Blissful. But look at if you did the Peggy thing and you cut this sheet down, if you're doing a scrapbook layout, then maybe put white or cream around it and then have that stripe border. That would be really amazing. You could also do this and you would have like a 2-page layout. So there's lots and lots of options. And here is, this background is a very soft, almost pink. And I know the camera does not do any of these papers justice at all. But, you know, I wanted to mention the name of this paper because it's called Gaze. And I think that it kind of reminds me of that first look. And again, it's nice because you've got borders already for you. Put your things in. You could pop up a few extra flowers. We're going to show you those too. And I think I also love the back of this one. So this one's called Beloved. And pay attention when you're out online looking at these, at the border strips. This looks like just a strip of brick right here. But is that too beautiful? It's kind of like lace. Lisa, I agree that it is a beautiful collection. Here, this is a pretty good view of the flowers, how you've got a little bit of pink, a little bit of peach, kind of a yellowy pink. Lots of different colors. This would be a great page for the first page of your album. And look at this background. Diane today said she would love it with craft. And I think that would be a good match too. And I look at this brown. And Shannon, you are absolutely right. Shannon says it's a soft palette and it is very soft. And here's one. This is called Infatuation. And again, that border strip is just beautiful. It looks like the veil. So you'll kind of see that lace pattern throughout the collection. Okay. And then the last papers are the solids. And we matched up some Color Vibe and some cardstock, but it was not easy. So if you are doing something serious, I would get the solids also. So that's solids number 1. That's got that mauve pink in it. Solids number 2 is got your greens. And I don't really know how these are showing up on the camera for you. And whoops, actually got 2. And this, okay, this is a very interesting color in the collection. It's got kind of, you'll see this kind of a rust color, and there is a color vibe that's perfect for that. And we have that online in the same category as this collection. And then there's that taupey cream. And then the last color is that dark kind of taupey brown. And that's solids number 4. Okay, so there was the individual papers. And this is, we're showing you right now One Perfect Day. If you're just joining us, I'm Kelly, and you're here at Memory Bound in our studio, and we're located in Ankeny, Iowa. This is the collection pack where you get all the pattern papers. So you get 8 double-sided papers. You get 1 of each. And I apologize, I don't know how much this is because we put all this out last night as fast as we could because I knew you were going to love it. But Janet has been linking the category so you can check it out. And then here you can get the solids, which is 8 papers of the solids. So you're going to get 2 each of the solids. And we had somebody that was buying the solids without even the collection just because they like those colors. And they're solids, but they're not solids. They almost look like kind of a woven fabric. I don't know that you can really tell it from the camera. They've got this texture. I don't know if it's showing very well because of the light, but they are not really solids. All right, and then 49 and Market brought us the 6x8 tablet, which has got a lot of your same patterns, and you get 27 sheets. So you get 3 each of 9 different papers. And so you can see they're very similar to the others. And then they're so good. They put on the back of the packaging, you'll have things you can cut out. So that's a 6x8. And now we're into embellishments. And here are the Wishing Bubbles and Baubles. And it's got all these labels like Let's Dance, Bride, Love You. It's got little striped hearts. I love those striped hearts. So there's the Wishing Bubbles and Baubles. This collection is very neutral. The colors, I think, are so soft that they're neutral. And here are the chipboard words. And they've got some cursive words, like One Perfect Day, which is a great word for a wedding day. Happiness, it's time, and then it has word strips, and it's got little hearts and all different kinds of little pieces. And let's see, it's got 86 pieces. I think you can find some things in there to use. And what you don't use, just put it in your junk journal. And then there are 2 different laser cuts elements. And I think I'm just going to open this so you can get a better look. So this one is the wildflower. So this one's going to be all flowers. So, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at those beautiful flowers. And they're laser cut so you can see they're hanging by a thread. So they're going to pop out very easily. And then this sheet, here's another 2-page sheet. More flowers. Oh gosh, layering those up would be so amazing. And then I mentioned earlier the back of the package, and look what they've done. You can just cut these things out and you have even more like a bonus just from the back of the package. So that is the wildflower laser cuts. And then they also have just the regular laser cuts. And you get 97 in the florals and you get 89 in the other ones. So you're going to get, I'll turn it over so you can get kind of a look at size. There's balloons, there's candles, there's a door, there's all kinds of wonderful images here. And here, this gives you a little bit of a look. It's got a little chapel, a wedding dress, a violin, those really cool light bulbs, the Edison light bulbs. And then they also have the rub-ons. And let's pull those out so you can see them. I think I'm going to be repackaging things, but that's okay. Because I think it's kind of nice to see, really the actual item. And this might be a little shiny because they're on a shiny um, backing, but are those just beautiful? And right here, dreams come true, enjoy the simple things. And you're going to get 3 sheets in here. This one's got just some kind of backgroundish things and some more words. I think she did a pretty darn good job. And look at the balloons. I mentioned earlier that this is the first collection from the new designer Joanne Bain from 49 and Market. And here is the washi tape, which is on these strips. So it's pretty nice. You can just peel off this one is a full sheet, 6 by 12, and these are strips that you can pull off. And then we also have the ephemera. And oh my gosh, if you are a memory bound person, you know that Kelly loves ephemera. And here is some pictures of what you're going to get. And Janet, thank you for linking. Janet's linked this whole collection for you so you can get an up close look at it. And then I also wanted to mention, we've put some other things out there for you that we thought looked really good with this collection, like these pearls from Honeybee. We thought those were a good match from Honeybee. We brought out some couple of the liquid pearls. So we have brass and platinum pearl. Don't those look nice with it? And then the Nouveau Drops Heirloom Rose is also a really nice match for that. And then we also have Mr. and Mrs. This is a Jolie's boutique title, and it's dimensional and it's got adhesive on the back. But I thought this went with a lot of the different pages. If you were doing a layout, you could just get this piece. This is $4.99, maybe for your title page. I'm going to try to get it out, but I don't know that I can get it out. Oh, here we go. So I thought that looks really nice on these papers too. And I ordered more of these today because I just think that's going to be a really popular one. So that's a Jolie's Boutique Mr. and Mrs. And wow, that is One Perfect Day from 49 and Market. So let me see if we have any comments. Let's see. Colleen says she loves junk journaling. Janet, there's something, Janet just gave us a tip. If you're shopping online, be sure to use the scroll bar to move down. And let's see. Looks like people are loving One Perfect Day. And we've got some people talking about split screens, which is beyond me. So let's move on now. I'm going to stand up so I can put this back in the pack. And I'm going to move that out of our way and move this. I'm going to move this right in our way. So this is the Dennis Bruton Wanderlust Explorer collection. And this is the other new 49 and Market collection. And we want to show you that. Now, both of these collections, we have picked out color vibe paper and some gems and some pearls and Nouveau drops and some distress inks and other things so that you can match things up, especially if you're not in the store. If you're in the store, you can easily come in and choose things. There's ribbon. There's all kinds of nice things that go with these collections. But we also have them out there in our shopping. So if you are, shopping online, or if you're from afar, you can look to see what we think is a good match. All right, so let's move on to Wanderlust Explorer. And I think you're going to be pretty excited about this collection. Let me set this aside. Can I hand you this, Doug? And you can give that to somebody out on the floor if you want. All right, so the first paper is called Wander Stories. So Doug's going to flip us back. We're flipping today, guys. Flipping. All right. I don't know if you're talking about the shopping. They had a change in the shopping for our provider, and there have been several stores that have complained. So if that's, I'm not sure, Janet, if that's what you guys are talking about, but we're working on getting that changed. Okay, so look at this. It's got cameras. I love anything with cameras because they go, no matter what you're doing, cameras are always good. And here is the front of the paper. So there's Wander Stories. So that gives you a really good idea of the teals and kind of that yellow creamy color. Look at it, even has a little ledger paper here sticking under. And it's all framed, so it's ready for you to go. And again, like the Perfect Day collection, this also has 12 papers in it, 12 two-sided, super heavy papers. And here's another one that's got the frame kind of all done for you, and it's got the little doilies on the corners. And keep an eye on that chevron because you're going to see it later, and it's one of my favorite papers. But you could even put these two together for a layout. And then the back is kind of it's black, but oh my gosh, it's like orangey up here, and then down here it's teal. So it kind of changes colors throughout. And then this one is another one that's kind of framed, but oh my gosh, look at the colors and all the detail. I think that is what is about this collection is if you just sit and look at it, you'll see little arrows, you see postage stamps, you see dots, all kinds of things. And on this one, it's got kind of like your backpack or suitcase and your hats. This is called Globe Adventures. And I want to point out again the barcode strips because these alone are like a bonus because you've got Wanderlust, Adventure, Journey, Exploration, Let's Go, and Discover and Pilgrimage. So those you could cut apart and easily use them in your projects. And we got another one. There's that chevron again. And this one is called Explorer Diaries. And even if you put two of these together, you easily have a double page layout. And what if I was going to do this, I would probably flip it like so that they're, or wait, I guess I would flip it like that, or you could flip it however you want. You could do it like this. There's so many options, and I think a lot of the work is done for you if you do scrapbook in 12 by 12s. And if you don't scrapbook, maybe you do 6 by 8s, then you could easily just cut this down, and you would have 2 pages here. This one is, whoops, well here. So this one's called Scenic Routes, and it actually has, it's a floral, but look behind it, there is a grid paper. Kind of like I remember math back in middle school, which we called junior high. There was no middle school in the day. And here is this paper, which is beautiful. And again, you have, these are like tabs. I would fussy cut those and put them like on top of a photo. I know a lot of you are talking about the change that our provider has done on our shopping site. And there has been some talk of that amongst other stores. And so it is kind of a problem. Janet's told you what to do. Just use the scroll bar, and we are talking to them to see about changing it. Excuse me. Okay, this one is probably going to be the best seller right here. This is the 3x4 cut apart. And on the back, check out the wood grain. And it's not just plain wood. It's got little like nicks in it and little like distress marks. And again, you've got that barcode strip. Life is short and the world is wide. And then I want to give you a good look at some of these cut apart pieces because they are so good. Kay says she absolutely loves this. And so do I. I think it could be for travel, but it doesn't really have to be. I think it could also have to do with sometimes I think graduation because, you know, you want that new grad to go far and travel wide and do a lot of different things. And then this one has got like your stamps on it. And then there's that grid. I don't know how many of you remember that grid from, I'm going to call it junior high because they probably don't do it anymore. No, it's middle school. Janet says she needs to travel somewhere so she could use this paper. Okay, now we're getting into the solids. And it's kind of the, if you want to use Peggy's terminology, a solid that isn't solid. And the back of it is kind of a cream. Make sure I got the right ones here, and I don't. I only have one solid. So here's, it's got kind of a map on the back. And Lisa said the color is stunning. And Lisa, I absolutely agree with you because I love blues and teals and greens. It's one of my favorite. Oh, now I have two of these, so you never know what you're going to get. So this is solids number 3. And these are nice for journaling also because you've got lines that you could just write right over the top of those. And we got one more solid to show you. And there's solids 4. Solids that aren't solids. And again, this would be a nice journaling that you could cut apart, or you could stamp on this. All right, so there's the individual papers. Shannon said the more she sees, the more she likes it. And I have to tell you that someone was in last night when we were putting it out, and she said, oh my gosh, it looks so much better in person. She had looked at it on the computer, and she's like, oh, I can't believe how good it looks in person. So it is good. I hope if you're local, you can come in and check it out. Here is the collection pack that has all the pattern papers that we showed you. And so you get 8 different papers. They're 12 by 12, 2-sided. So if you want to get them all, and then you could pick up extras. We always carry both. We always get the packs, and we also get the individuals, because sometimes there's that one paper that maybe you want more of. So you can easily do that. And here is the solid pack where you're going to get 8 papers. You get 2 of each of the 4 solids. And let's do it again. There's solids that aren't solid. And that's Peggy's Peggy's thing. I love it. All right, then we've got the 6x8 tablet. Now we didn't open the other 6x8, so maybe we'll just open this one up to give you a little peek. And it's not really a tablet, they're all individual papers. And actually, I think I missed a paper because I don't think we saw that chevron. So I apologize. I think I might have missed pulling a paper this morning to show you. But here are the 6x8s. And you'll notice that on these, this is a little different than the 12 by 12. So it's got 2 little places for journaling, or you could do a photo on one and a journal on the other. Oh my gosh, this is, look, and this is different also. So they're not exactly the same as the 12 by 12ers. All right, so that's a 6x8, and then there is a laser cut element, and you get 4 sheets. These are 6 by 12, and it's got 151 pieces. You think that would be enough? And we want to point this out for our friend Janine that works here, because she loves Volkswagen vans. And there's some other pictures. There's cameras, there's passports. Janine just walked by. How did you walk by at this time?
I already got it.
Oh, she's already got it. Oh, Janine has already got it. So that it's got compasses and all kinds of just fun little things that you can layer with. And then it does have a washi sheet like the wedding collection does. So you get 2 sheets here that are 6 by 12. It's kind of handy rather than having them in rolls because they're all, you can cut them right off the sheet if you want a certain size. And then it does have rub-ons, and I'm going to open the rub-ons so that you can get a good look at those. So let's open this up. Oh, surprise, surprise. Look at all those words and their rub-ons. What do you need, Becky? It's all on the end cap over there.
That punch.
Oh, it's the tab punch.
Oh, okay.
It's the tab punch. Becky's looking for the tab punch. And here, okay, sorry about that, everybody. We had a little interruption. Becky's on the phone. I don't know if you're talking to Becky on the phone or not, but we're getting your punch for you. Letha says Janine is an old hippie like her. So that's funny, Letha. Shannon said it wasn't focusing on the paper. So,
Temporarily, it wasn't.
oh,
happening. It's back now.
temporarily. Okay, it's back. All right, here are some different modes of transportation and some other little kind of backgroundy, little spotty things, which these are all good for that. And here's the third sheet. So you get 3 sheets. Boy, there's that graph paper. All right, so I'm going to set those aside so we can put that back together after the video. That was the rub-ons, and then, oh my gosh, here's the epoxy stickers. And I think these are going to be really good because they have cameras, and Kelly loves anything with cameras. It's got the geotags, the compass, the globe, little airplanes, and these are typically the first thing that sells out. They're nice just to add here and there. Look what Peggy does with things like this. It's amazing. And then we have the die cut elements, aka ephemera. And I'm going to flip it over so you can see some of what you get with this. I'll tilt it a little bit so we don't have the glare. So it's got lots of tags and, oh gosh, let's see if it says how many pieces. 87. I think 87 is a lot. Lots of journaling opportunities on these little tickets, or you could get your date stamp and stamp the date right there. And then the chipboard words, you get 61. And like the wedding words, you're going to get a lot. I mean, you get the bigger titles here, which, gosh, I don't see. Oh, there's one. Trying to shake it up. Like that word yes, I think that is the coolest, the way they did the font. And I'll flip it over here so you can see all the words that are like that. Remember, adventure awaits, go find it. A desire to explore, take only memories, leave only footprints. Detour, I guess a few of us have probably had detours as we're taking journeys. And then what's really cool is this album, everybody. So this is the Foundation's essential binder for the Wanderlust Explorer. And the spine, oh my gosh, it's a 3-inch spine. I do know this is $29.99, so it's going to hold a lot. It's 9 1/4 by 9 by 3, and the D-ring inside has a 2-inch capacity, so it's got a 2-inch D-ring. So you're going to get some cardstock inserts, you're going to get some page protectors, and there's stickers in here, which including reinforcers and labels and tabs. But look at that! Oh my gosh, that's really cool. So that's the album. And then last but not least, I want to show you the collection bundle. Because if you have really liked what we've shown you, then you're probably going to really like this collection bundle, because you're going to get the 12 by 12 paper pack, which is the pattern paper. So you don't get the solids. You're going to need to add those on. And then you get the laser cuts that we showed you, and the rub-ons and the washi sheets. And you also get those little epoxy stickers too. So all that comes in this, and it comes in one of those really nice 49 and Market acrylic envelope pouches. So if you want to get it all, that's a great way to do it. And then I wanted to point out that 49 and Market came out with a collection called Wherever, maybe last year, and we still have some of it. And let me get some paper here, because I was just going to show you that it really, I think you could add it on. Maybe you have it already. And here are some of the, let me flip this. Oh, maybe I did show the chevron paper. I don't remember it. So anyway, you could take these laser cuts and they are going to match with Wanderlust Explorer. And I thought that was kind of a cool thing that you could get, or maybe you already have the Wherever lasers and you could mix them in with this collection. And here are the Wherever epoxies. And here are the Wherever laser cuts. And it's got the blues and the greens and the oranges, so it's got the same colors. And we have also added on, if you look online, we've added on some Nouveau drops that match and some other items that go with this really well. So let's see, let me see if we have any questions. Oh my gosh, Candace, this would be perfect. Candace is going to Pahuska and Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam in her camper. Oh my word, that would be so fun. I think especially because this is good for outdoorsy, but it's also good for like a city type travel. So I think that would be great, good. Great, good. Candace, it's great, good. All right, let's see if we have any questions. So today we have shown you the two new collections from 49 and Market. Thank you, Janine, and everybody at 49 and Market. And thank you to our distributor. They got it here so quickly for us. Can you hand me a collection pack out of that, Doug? Or just whatever. I got Doug helping me today. I'm trying to do it myself, but I'm just not quite there yet. It's hard for me to catch your comments and everything. Oh, and Kathy thinks Mente Photo would go with this, and I think it would too. It's very kind of distressed and kind of shabby-like. So I do think that would also. So we showed you the two brand new collections from 49 and Market. We talked about our junk start kit, and mine is all torn apart here. So we talked about the junk start. Katie and I yesterday, I'm going to say we junk started things for all of you here at Memory Bound because we are doing a lot with junk journaling. We did it years ago and we brought it back. Do you want to change that? We did junk journaling years ago and we brought it back, and it's perfect because it's National Craft Month. So why not try something new and different, or bring something back that you've done in the past. So we talked about that. And then also, I just threw things around to get them out of my way. So then we also finished my little junk journal that I use with the junk start kit. We did that last page. Let me see if I can find it. It tends to hide out, but this is what we did today. And Teresa grabbed her book, oh no, she didn't. It's right here. So next Monday, or this coming Monday, Teresa's going to show us how to do this. So this is be great for some art journaling and or memory journaling if you want, but she's going to show us how to make this background and tell us about her junk journal journey. JJJ, junk journal journey. So she's going to show us that on Monday. And then the one thing that we haven't done today was we didn't rewind this last week. So we will do that on Monday also and show you all the crazy, wonderful things we did throughout the last week, including the blizzard. So today is the last day for the blizzard sale. So our winter collection is 40% off. So if you want to save some money, stock up for next year. It is snowing here right now in Iowa, so I think that's just perfect to get our have the last day for our blizzard sale. And then tomorrow it's going to be nice. So we are here if you want to come and see us. We'd love that. If you have any questions, give us a call. Let me just make sure we haven't missed anything. It looks like we covered the questions. Marianne said she's going to do the Route 66 album, and this kind of has, this new collection does have kind of that Route 66 feel. So thanks everyone for joining us. We went a little late today, but I really wanted to show you the new 49 and Market. And we have a lot of other new things we're going to show you on Monday when Teresa's here. So you have yourselves a fine, wonderful weekend, and we'll see you